You know what I'm saying? It's gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? Believe in God, believe in Jesus, everything gonna work out, man. You know what I'm saying? But nah, though, man. You know what I'm saying? What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Jay Willie Silly, man, aka Mr. Take It Easy. Before you end up like Beezy, make sure y'all follow my Instagram and Twitch. In the description down below, everything you need to know about your boy Jay. It's in the description down below. Subscribe to the second channel. The second channel is growing as I speak. 538 subscribers, man. It's your boy. You know what I mean? But now we got the Kevin Durant interview part 2. You know what I mean? Like I said, we got Steve Nash. We got LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? We got LeBron James and Kevin Durant, man, sitting down, man, talking about some basketball, man. You know, this is as real as it get right here, man. Hey, man, get the freak out of my face.
Platinum, you earn 5 times membership reward.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve. Steve, what the freak? Steve, what going on, gang? I'm finna say Steve, but I'm finna click on this video immediately.
15 years.
Yeah, Steve, talking about.
There was no need for me to take a lot of mid-range, bro. Like,
I saw a clip of him when I was doing research for this. Take off from, like, I don't know, man. It was like near the free throw line, and it was like.
I got a question. Scooter Williams, what's your problem with me, bro? That's all I gotta say. Look. Scooter Williams, what is your problem with me, bro? What I do to you, gang? What I do to you, Scooter Williams? Hey, Curry to go. What did I do to you, bro? You know what I'm saying? What I do? Tell me what I did to you, man. You know what I'm saying? For you to hate me. What did I do?
The velocity he was traveling at.
I see.
Like,
you up?
What in the world?
Is you up?
That also in Portland. That also comes from like my little league coach too. Like my little league coach and high school coach. They always talk, don't settle. Yeah. Like stop settling. Like, and then you get people in the crowd who don't know basketball. Like,
I really don't care what I did to you. I just asking the question. Shut the freak up.
You to dunk everything.
Don't care what the freak I did to you. Shut your mouth. Shut up, jackass.
People in NBA crowds that do that still. Dunk everything.
They get disappointed when you.
Yeah. So, you know, but I felt like putting pressure. You know, when I entered the league, you know, in 03, you know, it was I definitely shot a little bit more mid-range my rookie year because
no spacing.
There was no spacing.
Exactly.
I was coming off floppies. Like my first basket ever scored in the NBA. Is off of floppy action.
LeBron
fade to the corner.
Floppy is hilarious.
Fade to the corner, shooting a jumper from the short corner.
I feel like that first thing in Cleveland, like the J was because it was hitting net, all net. A lot of your J's was hitting all net, and then you had the confidence to shoot the. Like you said, you had to take them shots. But once you got to Miami, I just feel like the floor was so much space with Bosh shooting the three. You had more shooters around. Just like why settle? But like when we played y'all, I'm like, yeah, he can. I don't want him to give him this midi, but like, there's no way I could just stop this man. You know what I'm saying? Get to that cup.
Momentum.
You know, so I understand. It's that mental part of like, all right, what do I do? Especially when we got so much responsibility.
Yeah, for sure.
As scorers, as initiators, it's tough to figure out exactly, you know, how you're gonna approach it sometimes.
But that goes to both of you being about efficiency, right?
Yeah.
You don't feel good if you have a.
And that's why I say, look, and that's why I say, like, my players, when I speak on my players like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, bro, like, my players is just different from any other era. Like Steph Curry. It's like the players that I grew up watching are still top in the league, like, at their age. That's why I say, like, bro, my era is the best era. If y'all don't know what it is, 2000s, 2010s, bro. Like, bro, they're still hooping, like, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, they still, Kawhi Leonard when he's not injured, they still hooping, bro, at a high level. Like, my era was just different, bro. Hang on cap. Like, KD, bro, averaged a double-double last season. Like, 27 points per game, was an all-star last season. Like, all-star starter, all-NBA player. Like, bro, like, these folks just performing like it's just as good as they were when they entered the league, bro.
Why you guys prepare the way you prepare. Take care of it. I mean, there's a stat here, 2021-22, we were together. 58% from 3 to 10 feet, 58% from 10 to 16 feet. 16 feet from the three-point line, 71%. Unless the Googles are wrong.
That's crazy.
71% from 16 to 3. Like, that's...
Yeah, I mean, that's insane.
Bro, I said, bro, look, see, here we go. I said LeBron James was trash in this postseason. I said LeBron James will always be a top 5 player. So don't act like that. I say he was trash in the postseason. You know what I mean? Never said Bron was just trash in general. Say he's trash in the postseason. So shut the freak up. He was trash in the postseason. I'm never going to move LeBron out of my top 5. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? Never going to say Bron is just trash. Please stop. Say he was trash this postseason. Listen. You know what I'm saying? Listen. You feel me? He said, yes, I did. Stop lying. So I said LeBron was trash, like just trash. So I said basically like lie again, I'm a bang. So I said Bron was just trash. So I didn't say LeBron was trash this postseason. So I said Bron was just trash, right? I said he was just trash. I said LeBron trash, bro. He not top 5 all time. He garbage. He not a I said that right. I said he was just trash all time. I said this. I said it's all time Bron just trash. I said that, bro. I said that. Lie again. Lie again. Lie again. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Lie again. Every time I said Bron was trash, I bring up that postseason. Lie again, bro. I said Bron was trash this postseason. Please stop lying, bro. Don't lie like that. Don't lie. Don't lie, guys. Don't lie, my boy. You see how these niggas be lying? They be lying, bro. These liars in this chat, bro, be lying.
Right.
Like
liars.
That's a lot of homework.
It's a few guys in our league. It's a few guys.
Some liars, man.
It's a few guys in our league that you believe every time they shoot the ball is going in.
Right.
And
all right, bro. I'm not finna go back and forth with you, bro.
It is.
That's a lot of pressure, boy.
No, it is. It is.
I said LeBron was trash all time. Yeah.
Listen, like you shoot
I said it was trash all time.
When Steph shoot the ball,
right, I did.
When Steph gets
for sure.
You don't think he's gonna miss.
I think Shea is at that point too.
Shay's at that point too, especially in the middies. Like
every time he shoot, I don't think it's going in.
Yeah, especially when he's fucking his rhythm right now is so good.
Quietly in the mid range, I think Kawhi's like that.
I was about to say Kawhi like that too.
Kawhi's like that for sure.
Kawhi's like that too.
Sure, I don't care if he missed 10 in a row. Every shot he shoots.
Yeah.
Bro, no cap, bro. That boy Kawhi nice. I really thought like when we got bounced out the first round, I was like, bro, the Clippers probably make it. Because Kawhi was playing like at such a high level. You feel me? Took the Smuggets to game 7. I'm like, bro, the Clippers, bro, with them adding Brook Lopez, they could, you know, it's just having Kawhi Leonard on the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? Like the Clippers, bro, you know, Kawhi Leonard just Kawhi Leonard at the end of the day. But just having Kawhi Leonard, bro, you know, that right there, bro, you know.
Even his threes is I think
get them an advantage
above his threes, but he's still a good shooter too.
Right.
Yeah.
But that mid range area, I mean, it's certain guys that raise up and get to their spot. You know exactly that they plan on doing that. Shea, one of those guys in today's league. I even like throughout the play. I even like what Julius Randle did from the mid range this playoffs.
The best I've seen him play.
That's the best I've seen him shoot the ball. Confidence he has. So I think the mid-range game is coming back for sure.
So that's a big old conversation right there.
Yeah,
you know, because analytics, all these analytic departments right now is saying layups and threes, free throws, layups and threes. But we're watching the MVP of our league right now pretty much dominating.
Bro, shot SGA. That's what I've been saying. So, and then when I say SGA, one of the best mid-range shooters I've ever seen, people got a problem with me saying it. But bro, you got the all-time great saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But people hate. It's weird when it come to people with me, bro. I told y'all, bro, when it come to me, bro, people just weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I say it, it's a problem. But let Bron and KD say you gonna meet ride them, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that junk is weird, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. People just
postseason where the game changes. The physicality ramps up. You're allowed to bump and grab and hold a little bit more.
I said the same thing he just said.
It's like
nobody said no when Bron said it.
And get a
let me say it, though.
You know, you don't have time to be thinking about, okay, well, if I don't shoot this three, you know, the analytic department coming downstairs the next day saying, okay, well, we took too many twos. Like, this is win or die. You know?
Again, I understand, and I understand the balance between having to get up a lot of threes, but I believe you can't tell you, Luka, or Austin Reeves don't play your game. And
he's a troll, bro. He's a troll, bro.
Just be you. Certain guys, though,
no, for sure.
You know what I'm saying, who need to
for sure.
rely on the system of the team, who can't create on their own, who can't create those shots on their own. They need to shoot more threes. So I remember we was in the game against Cleveland and George's Niang. He liked to talk a lot of shit. I love George's, but he talked a lot of
he talking about George Niang. Niang talking Niang? Wow, that's crazy. I did not expect them to say George Niang. George Niang got all the people talking trash. Niang.
Niang, he like to talk a lot of shit. I love George's, but he talk a lot of shit. And he telling me, like, I hit a couple mid-ranges in a row. We did like 15. Like, you need to shoot more threes. I said, no, these dudes around me need to shoot more threes. I need to play my game. You know what I'm saying? Because if I get into this paint and because y'all gonna collapse on this mid-range and I kick out to one of them, I'm expecting them to shoot the three, not dribble into a mid-range. Like, that don't make no sense. But the best players on the team, you can't turn them into
you're exactly right. So we did a whole episode on this. The mid-range has never been more important. It's just, it has to come from the right dudes. Right?
Exactly.
Like the court is spaced now by the role players.
Exactly.
What do you think they're trying to take away? Threes and layups. So the star has to be able to make mid-range shots, or else the team's not going to be able to score in a playoff situation. They have to be able to loosen the defense takes from there. So I think the analytics community would agree with that too.
Yeah, they would.
It's really just we don't want players X, Y, and Z taking a bunch of mid-range.
I mean, because the mid-range, I believe, is if you can't find a good shot, we should look for the good shots early, the threes.
Attack the paint.
Attack the paint, try to get layups, try to get threes. But when it's 5 to 6 seconds on the clock, get a ball to the best player. And if he shoot a mid-range at that point, then he shoot a mid-range. But we're not going to waste the clock trying to...
I feel like he sneak dissing. You know what I'm saying? KD sneak dissing. You know what I mean? You can tell he did not like Phoenix. That boy could not stand Phoenix. I could just tell by the way he talking, we ain't gonna do this and do that and do this. That boy ain't like Phoenix, boy. You know what I'm saying? But nah, though, KD's mid-range is deadly for sure. You know what I'm saying? That boy got a mid-range on him. He one of the best mid-range shooters I've ever seen. KD is one of the best scorers I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, just off of that being that range, bro, one of the best scorers I've ever seen. If not, bro, honestly, just thinking about it, like, if not the best scorer I've ever seen. Like, not one if, like, if not the best scorer I've ever seen. Honestly, like, KD.
2 seconds on the clock, and we giving it to no
Why are you pointing at me?
Dorian Finney-Smith with 2 seconds on the clock to make a three. That's not what we or Royce O'Neal. That's not. I mean, they can hit it for sure, but that's not sustainable offense for us going forward. So
another thing, what you're also saying is, like, you pass up a good mid-range shot to get a worse shot.
Exactly.
Right? So there's a balance there.
Exactly. So I want to touch on the topic because, you know, you've been in a lot of different situations. Like, you come into the league, you know, like you said, we was in Seattle early on, and then with, you know, your early days, you said, I was just shooting a bunch of catch and shoot threes.
Yeah.
You know, that was my game. That's what I was comfortable with. The league was a little bit more physical.
A lot of twos.
Yeah, a lot of twos, running floppy action, things of that nature. And obviously you grew into your own, you know, in OKC days. You know, you started, you know, this is how I'm going to make my mark. You know, MVP of the league, you know, doing your things. You know, how was the transition, though, when you went to Golden State to now playing in their, you know, split game action, you know, let's get the ball moving. You still having the freedom to do what the hell you do, but how much of a, you know, adjustment was it for you?
It was pretty easy because up until, let's say, James got traded for 2013 to 2016, I feel like those were the only years I was playing like point forward in my whole life. The rest of the time,
I feel like, bro, you should have stayed at Golden State. Like, that was the perfect system for you, bro. Like, honestly, like, you should have stayed at Golden State. I don't know why you left. You think I give a dang about what Draymond Green say? Draymond Green, the reason you left Golden State, that nigga? We all know Draymond Green is nowhere near on your level. Man, KD, man, you came in my office and said we need to get rid of Draymond Green. Get rid of Draymond, I'll leave. Draymond's going the next day. Draymond's, he's on the next flight for sure. We giving up Draymond for KD in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you left because of Draymond Green? Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way you ruined that because of Draymond Green.
I'm playing off.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Bro would have had, like, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro would have had, like 8 rings, no lie. What bro said. He would have had, like, 8 rings. You know what I mean? That's one thing I can say about the Warriors. The Warriors was unstoppable. Nobody was beating them. Nobody was beating them, bro. With Curry and KD, bro, and Klay Thompson and them, bro, nobody was beating them. And the thing is, KD, that was the best KD. People love talking about OKC Thunder KD. That's why I said KD. That was KD team. Oh, yeah, that was KD team right there. Curry was the Robin. You know, KD was the Batman for sure. You know what I'm saying? But that was KD team right there. That was the best time. That was the best KD I've ever seen. Because you know what? KD was a two-way superstar. he was a two-way superstar. He was not only good on the offensive side, but he was good on the defensive side, most definitely. You know what I mean?
I might mix up a little, get off the rebound and push and make a play. But for the most part, I've been playing off my teammates up until then. And, you know, to that whole time period. So it was easy for me to come off a pin down. It's hard for me to have to dribble through 3 or 4 guys and pull up over 2 dudes with a fadeaway. Like like you said, we want to be efficient. Playing off your teammate, that's the easiest way to be efficient. I was getting more backdoor cuts, more transition layups on top of the ISOs, on top of the catch and shoot 3. So my game was way more well-rounded in scoring, and it was easier, and I'm way more efficient that way. But I always knew how to play with my teammates, play off my teammates, and the art of scoring is getting the easy points. I always knew that, especially in transition.
It's interesting you think about that Harden trade. You know, it was kind of a decision of the salary cap. It was in Surge, kind of a stretch 4-5, James Harden. And James goes on to be one of the best players.
One of the best players.
How do you feel looking back? Like, I know it's easy now to be like, well, yeah,
James Harden. I'm surprised James ain't got a ring yet, especially how he was at the Rockets. Like that right there was, you know what I'm saying? James not having a ring, that right there, you know, that right there ruins him off the gate. But I can honestly say James Harden is a top 5 shooting guard of all time for sure. You know what I mean? You know, you got MJ, Kobe, Dwayne Wade. You know, James Harden definitely top 5 though for sure. Even without the ring, top 5 shooting guard, I give him that to him.
Yeah, James Harden.
He's not a top 3 shooting guard. He's not better than Dwayne Wade. You know what I'm saying? You forgot about Dwayne Wade? Yeah, he's not better than Dwayne Wade. He never was better than Dwayne Wade. You know what I'm saying? He's like number 4.
It's a different era. I mean, I think after a team that, I think we exceeded expectations.
You said, so it's different with Lamar. See, I mean, you can't compare, you know what I'm saying, the NBA to the NFL. I mean, with the quarterback position, bro, you got so many greats. It's not really that many great shooting guards because it's just, I don't know, it's not that many great shooting guards. You can't compare the NBA to the NFL. You can't do that. For the quarterback position, you got Pat Mahomes, you got Peyton, man, you got Tom Brady, you got Drew Brees, you got all these greats, bro. You know what I'm saying? All these greats ahead of him. You know what I'm saying? He's not even top 10 quarterback of all time. Not even top 15. You feel me? And that's just Joe Montana's. You feel me? Like all these, like all these dudes, bro, that he just like
that team. And when you reach the finals and you go through
Steve Young, Joe Montana, you feel me? Like Tom Brady, Pat Mahomes, Peyton Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, you know what I'm saying? Drew Brees, Dan Marino. It's so many players, you know what I'm saying?
That's so quick. I don't think a GM or owner was ready for that. You know, so
Matthew Stafford better than Lamar Jackson to me. I ain't gonna lie, Matthew Stafford better than Lamar Jackson to me. No cap. You know, Matthew Stafford, Jalen Hurts better than Lamar Jackson to me. You feel me? And that's just my opinion. You feel me? That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
23 to, you know.
So you sped up the timeline too fast.
Sped up the timeline, all of us. Yeah. You know, each individual player. Serge, you didn't know, like, he came out of nowhere. He came out here being the best shot blocker in the league. I'm averaging 30 at 21 years old. Russell is 22 years old as an all-star. James, 6 man at 20. Like, so we exceeded the timeline, so they wasn't ready for that. And I don't believe, that's just my theory. I don't know exactly what Sam was thinking or the owner, but my theory is that I don't think they were ready exactly for us to be contenders every year. So since we reached the finals, you're supposed to upgrade and fine tune and make changes around instead of, you can't just pull one of the key figures of your team, you know, off the team and expect us to continue on what we was doing. So I just think they were kind of shocked at how good we got so fast. And you know, sometimes you get confused. And then on top of that, Sam Presti was probably, what, 30-something years old? He was young. Everybody was young, trying to figure stuff out, trying to understand what this landscape was. It was just, but it was beautiful. Yeah, it was too fast. It was just, we were ahead of our time. Everything happened too quickly. And
yeah, because you think about it, like, you went from, like, coming in the league being like, I can't do anything, I'm just going to rise up and shoot, to second in MVP voting at 21.
Come on, man. First team on NBA at 21. Like, doing things at 20, 21. Not just me, but everybody on our team on smaller, different skills.
Sure.
Even our coaches. Scott Brooks, that was his first, he was the coach of the year. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was doing things. And Scott was our interim, so I didn't, they probably didn't think that Scott was going to be there that long after being the interim. So we all exceeded expectations, and you need a lot. You got to spend money if you want to be in contention every year. I don't think they was ready for that just yet. So, but that prepared them for what they got now.
I was just going to say, right? He's getting a chance to run it back.
Exactly.
He's got this incredible plan. He's been obviously one of the top GMs in the league for a while.
Exactly.
But he's got this war chest too. And people, I think, are like, you heard around the deadline, people are like, just make a big trade. And he's like,
patient, man.
Here's I'd like to get your thoughts on this. OKC wins this year. It's a problem for the league.
Yeah, it is.
It's a problem for the league. Those guys are all young dudes. Like, there's few teams that would have to make big upgrades to compete on a year-to-year basis for this team for the next 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Yeah,
it's gonna be harder. It's gonna be harder. Like OKC did their thing though for sure, but you know what I'm saying? Like, back to back, that's a hard thing to do. And then you got all these free agency moves, and OKC is definitely a threat though. You know what I mean? But you got to realize, like, you being the best. One thing about being the best is like people are going to like. Everybody want what you have. You know what I mean? Everybody's going to take you serious. Everybody going to be on your A game. So it's like, well, OKC, bro, you just got to play your best every series, every round. Every round, every game, you got to play your series because people going to be playing you at your, they coming with their best, bro. They coming with their best shot. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get it from Houston. You going to for sure get it from the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get it from them for sure. But the Timberwolves ain't really made no moves for real. Signing Naz Reid to a 5-year, $125 million deal. That was stupid. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it's not worth that at all. But, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see how it plays out.
The thing you got to worry about is the cap. Are they going the second apron, or are they going to go into the apron? And all
bro, I can name 15 quarterbacks better than Lamar. You know what I mean? I think I just did.
True, but even with that, they have so many picks.
Literally can.
They can try to use that versatility to stay under the second apron and still be just
a lot of
right.
Yeah, but it comes down to two guys, like for real. I mean, 3 guys. The rest of these dudes, they can be
interchangeable.
Like Shea's gonna be that guy for the rest of his career. What is Jalen Williams and Chet gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Of course, they playing great right now. But those 3 guys got to keep getting. I mean, Shea's already at that level, but those 2 guys got to keep getting better. I mean, that's just the facts of it. Will just be more consistent.
Right.
And I think they will. But that's really what it is for them. I mean, the salary cap, I think they'll pay for
Yeah, they know they
anything. They know they got a great team and something special ahead of them. But more than anything, those 2 guys got to keep stepping up and become perennial all-stars. No doubt all-stars every year without the benefit of having a good team.
Right, the 70-win team gets the all-stars, right?
You just got to be an all-star flat out because you're better than everybody.
Yeah.
And also, too, the last thing, too, they're going to be great for years to come, but also, too, like, now you go from, doing the hunting to now being the hunted as well if they win it all.
That's what I just said. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, bro? I swear, bro. I be saying everything these folks, bro, they end up saying, I ain't just say this. I did not just say this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm telling you, man. Smart J, man. Smart J. I be trying to tell y'all, bro. I know what the freak I be talking about, bro. I know what I be talking about, chat, boy.
Hunting to now being the hunted as well if they win it all. Yeah, it's a different dynamic with that as well. Dynamic. I mean, we've both been there, understanding once you win it, because you've been trying to get there so, everything is geared to we want to be the next champion. We want to be the next champion. And then when you get there, now everybody else is, all 29 teams is now like, how do we dethrone them? So it's a different mindset as well. And let's see how if they was to win it, don't want to,
completely agree. But on the flip side, they give away games currently. Like, they have a great chance to win. They've given away games in this place they won't give away in the future, I don't think.
No, I think they're going to continue to hunt everybody. I mean, that's what their identity has been.
Yeah, you think that's their landscape?
That's what their identity has been since. This has been cultivating since Shea got traded there for PG. All them dudes been there. Dort, Jalen Williams came a couple years after that, but he been there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So those guys got a solid core of dudes, and their foundation comes from we coming after y'all. So you know, and I like that coach's mentality. He
be over there chilling.
He don't say nothing. No, he
be over there chilling.
A stoic individual. I just think they got a beautiful thing going, and I think that what we created early on in OKC has just prepared everybody in OKC for what this is like. You know what I'm saying? We've all learned from that situation.
Second time around.
Yeah, it's just, and you know, it's been 9-10 years almost. So they've been through different iterations of the Thunder, Melo, Russ, PG, then you got CP. You know, so they've been through different iterations with great players. So and they understand developing a great player from a 19-year-old into being an MVP, drafting, trading for him, developing. So they done been through everything. Being even though we were the Seattle Sonics, we were expansion franchise. So you know, they understand everything from building up from the ground up to where they are now. So I mean, we all could see this coming with this team.
Yeah, amazing squad.
So that was part 2, you know what I'm saying, of the Kevin Durant interview. Like I said, man, it's nothing better, man,